Well, things are heating up, which means it's time to start thinking about how you're going to stay cool this summer, this camping season, and beyond, honestly. Now, we've already done a full review on this product. We're talking about the EcoFlow Wave 2. All right, let's do a quick walkthrough of the EcoFlow Wave 2. That's the air input on the front. There's your air output, whether it's heated or cooled. Here's your full controls across the top. Of course, you can use your cell phone as well. It's smart adapted. You got your power input, solar, AC, or battery down here. Here we have your heat or temperature exchange portion of it. That's the air in on the back. That's the air out on the top. So whether you're putting hot air or cold air out, it gets the waste air out of there, so you get the full benefit out the front of the device. They are now doing their anniversary sale with up to 40% off, okay? That means that you're gonna be able to get some of the best deals that we've seen on these products. Now, we've talked about a few different brands when it comes to this. I still think, though, that the EcoFlow is probably the top of the line. And people can say I'm biased because EcoFlow has sent us free products in the past, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure every other major power station company has sent us products in the past. We've done stuff with Blue Eddy. We've done stuff with Anchor Solex. We've had stuff from Jackery. You name it, pretty much everyone has sent stuff over for review, and we've all reviewed it as fairly as we can. I got to tell you, though, EcoFlow is still, as far as I'm concerned, my personal opinion is that they're out there ahead, just basically setting the pace for everyone else to keep up with. Now, let's talk about this deal, what's going on, okay? So what you got here is the EcoFlow Wave 2, portable AC, but you know what? Let me just back up real quick, because it's not just an AC. This is technically a mini split system. So it will not only heat, or it will not cool, but it will heat as well. So when you take a look at these, understand that you've got cooling and heating built in, so it's not a single season kind of device. In fact, in some cases, you know, there's a lot of places where I lived where it's stupidly hot during the day and pretty chilly at night. So it can work in both instances, as a cooler during the day and as a heater at night. This is something you can get dual use out of. But the point is, you got 8 long hours of comfort if you use the battery. Now, they have a battery that you can buy with it, or you can buy it without the battery as well. Or you can also, let's see here, you can power it from your car. You can power it from just a wall outlet. There's a ton. Power it from solar. A lot of ways you can get power into this. Now, as I said, it can be used in the car in a situation like this. Does kind of block the window. I guess if you're car camping or something like that, you can take it tent camping as well. Again, RV, especially small RV usage, is really where I see this. And the reason I say small RV is most larger RVs, our RV has an AC, but ours, we've got a pretty big RV, a trailer. It's a 32, it's listed as a 32, but I think end to end it's technically 36 feet. I don't know why they lie about how big these things are. Point is, though, it's a 2-bedroom, and the AC unit is in the middle. We get good AC up front, but in the kids' bunkhouse in the back, sometimes it can be a little warm, especially when we camp down in the Vegas area. So putting something like this back there could be, will be. Let's be honest, when you're in the Southwest, in the desert, AC isn't a nicety kind of thing. It's life support on some days. And that's where we see us using this thing the most. But then also, you can use it around the house. If you got a room that doesn't get good AC, there are some parts of the country that just don't have AC. Believe it or not, when I lived in San Francisco, the Bay Area, AC is almost non-existent because most of the time you don't need it. But there's always like 2 to 3, sometimes 6 weeks over the season where you're like, I really wish I had AC. This could be another way to fill that gap nice and easy. And then also, that way it's not a single use kind of thing. Yeah, sure, you could buy a window unit, but when you're not using that window unit, 4 weeks out of the, for the 4 weeks out of the year you use it, what do you do with the rest of the time? Here's something you could take with you when you go camping or whatever it is else you do. So it has multi-uses, built into it. Also, as I pointed out here, it has, or I was showing on the screen, it has the app that allows you easily control it. Now, one thing in this picture that I take issue with is they like to show it without any of the hoses attached. Now remember, these units, there's always one side that's blowing hot air and one side that's blowing cold air. You don't get free heat, free cold. It's an exchange. which means you want to use the tubes like this. All right, that's a more appropriate setup. The reason it's got 2 tubes on it is important because what happens is these units, and every AC unit does this, okay? So it pulls in air and then it runs it through a heat exchanger and it then pumps out hot air. And it does the same thing on the other side. It pulls in air from the room and then by that heat exchanger, it makes it cold because it's pulling the heat out of that air and then it blows it back into the room. So basically you have 2 inputs and then you have 2 outputs. And you want the air that it's taken in to heat exchange and turn into hot air to blow out. Because if you don't do that, if you only use 3 of the outlets, then what happens is it's pulling air from the room, making it hot, blowing it outside, which creates a negative pressure zone. So, and air, nature hates, abhors a vacuum, as the saying goes. So it has to pull air from somewhere. Guess where it's going to get that air from? Outside where it's hot. So that is with the 2 zone like this, with the in and out for either side. That's where you get true efficiency out of these. So this is a good thing, and they should always be used in this kind of situation, except honestly in the course where we were just showing it there, like the tent camping kind of thing. In that kind of situation, I get it, because you're blowing the hot air into the great outdoors and you just want cold air blowing directly on you, in which case I get it. That's kind of justified. But if you're in an enclosed environment, you do want to run the 2-hose situation. All right, I covered all this in the other video. And it does, it actually comes with all the stuff you need. It comes with the adapter so you can put the exhaust hoses on any of the intakes. It even has the window vent board so it can adapt, so you can try and seal things up there. It's got the drain pipe, because anytime you're condensing, you have a condenser running and it's cooling, it's gonna gather up humidity and condense it, and you're gonna get water. So you need to have that drip off someplace safe. And then as far as the price, I know I've talked about the features and such. As far as the price, the EcoWave 2, just the base unit there, I shouldn't say the base unit, because it comes with the add-on battery. I don't even have the battery. I just use I have the Delta Max 2, and that's what I use for powering it. But the base unit alone with the battery and the car kit as well, it's kind of nice. It's all built in there, free vent kit there. You're looking at $1,200. That's down from $2,237. That is a huge savings. There's only 80 of them left. And then the bigger unit where you're getting, oh my gosh, you're getting the Delta Pro, you're getting the smart generator adapter, the extra cables, the vent kit, the whole 9 yards. That's coming at $3,300, but you got to be serious about that one there. But you're looking at, 24 hours of runtime on that? So that's pretty serious. Anyway, I want to thank EcoFlow again for being a friend of the channel. They do a lot to help get us equipment so we can show you about it. We showed you that power tool or the power cart that we built for powering various things around the studio and the shop. We use EcoFlow in the RV. We use it at home. We use it. I keep one in my truck when I go camping. Okay, let me take it back. I kind of switched to a different one in the truck, but we've talked about that. But the point is this. I think they are the top tier, the Cadillac of power stations at this point. I don't think anyone's coming close. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great alternatives out there, but I think when it comes to seeing who's out there in the lead and setting the pace for everyone else, it's definitely EcoFlow. Anyway, thanks again for coming here and checking out what we got and maybe checking out the sale. We'll put links and everything down below. While you're down there, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.